Hi guys, welcome back to another video on the B6 Passat. It's going to be a good video today. We're going to be fitting a front camera to the car. It's a low down camera, so it's not a dash cam. I have one of those already. This is a low down camera that's going to help me judge how far away from a curb I am. Based on how low she is, as you can see, she's pretty low. And obviously you've got the Maxton spoiler on there, which makes her even lower at the front. So this is going to hopefully allow me to judge how far ahead I can go. Anyway, let's get into it. On with the video. Back in the garage now, what we're going to do is see where we're going to run the cable from the cabin into the engine bay. So we'll have a quick look in the car to see how we're going to access the engine bay to get that cable from the radio through the engine bay, obviously to the front of the car. I had a spare camera, and that's what led me on to thinking, what can I do with this camera? Just one of these little cheap things off eBay, you know, costs like 10 quid, something like that. So we're going to use one of those, mount it into the bumper somewhere, and we'll go from there. So let's go and check out how we're going to get and do that from within the vehicle. All right guys, you see me here in the cabin of the car. If I take you into the driver's footwell, and if I look up by the brake pedal, bear in mind this is for automatic transmissions, you will see this little panel here with the two little bolts sticking out. What you can do is lift this panel up, and what you can see under there is this rubber grommet. Just there. Now that will pull out. Yeah, so that tab that I just pointed out there, that's what we'll be pulling out. And let's show you from the engine side, so you can get an idea of the sort of routing of it. Let's go and have a look. So let me just show you as we go in. It's the engine. And down the back, let me find my bearings. You can see right there, let me zoom in. That there is the other side of that rubber tab I just showed you. Okay, so we're going to remove that tab as I said. That's all done now. Literally all it is, you kind of push it through. Obviously don't lose it down in the engine bay. Let's pull that out. Let's go and have a look at how that looks. Just there, where you can see that little bolt sticking out. That's the bolt that's on the inside of the driver's footwell. Now I've got a flashing strobe on my torch. Marvelous. There we go. So there you go. Right there, you can see the inside of the car. I have pushed the cable through. I'll show you. So if we follow the cable in, down into the back where we showed you before, now you can see the hole. And the cable is going in to the footwell. Just take you into the footwell so that you can see. There we go. And there's the video cable. Excuse the mess, but it's coming. Just about to see it coming through the hole there from the outside of the car. So perfect. Now all we'll do is take the radio out, hook it all up. I'm sure you guys probably already know how to get radios out of the Passat. Okay, yes, don't give me a row for using a screwdriver here, but trust me, I've done it so many times now. It's pretty straightforward, and they just clip off, and I don't need it much after that first unclip. There's no damage because these you can get right behind, and it'll just clip out nicely. There we go, beautiful. There we are. I don't really need that now. This will just pop down. Perfect. Lay that down there, and then you've got 4 T20 screws to take out. One there, one there, there, and there. Easy. Unscrew those, pull the radio out, and I'll show you what's going on behind. Radio is now out, as you can see. Quite simple. Just pull them out. It's quite a small radio, as you can see. It's one of these Chinese Android radios. I've already pulled through the the cable here. That's the video cable coming from the front of the vehicle. And as you can see, I've got power linked onto this as well. So that's powering the camera. And you'll be wondering where I get power from. And I've already tested for power on, this is switched 12 volt. If I can find the cable again, here it is. This little connector here. This is my switched 12 volt. In fact, as soon as when the radio comes on, so that'll turn the camera on. So yeah, the camera will be on all the time when the car's running, that is. But that's fine, I don't mind that. I could install a switch anyway if I wanted to do it at some point. Put an inline switch just to turn on the power feed. Now you'll be wondering, where does the earth come from? Well, the earth on these cameras actually comes via the phono cable here. And yeah, that's it. So connect this up to one of these here. It's this one. So here is what they call CVBS in 2. So there, we just plug that in, put the power into that. I'm going to have to make up some sort of a connector, obviously, for this for it to become permanent, but for testing purposes, I'll just push it in to there temporarily. And yeah, we'll go from there and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so cables are connected. Let's just put the key in, just on the first switch. That should power the radio on. Here we go. So wait for that to start up. There we go. We're online. Go into apps. And the app that is pre-installed on my particular radio is this AV-in here, so I'll just click on that. And there we go. Perfect. We've got the camera. As you can see, it's pointing at the car at the moment. I got it kind of hung up outside there. Up there somewhere anyway. Whatever. That is it. It's working. I love it. Right, let's make this thing permanent. Alright guys, you've joined me. Now I've hooked it all up. You saw it working earlier. Got the test video on. I've now mounted it into the front of the car. It's all wired into the radio. I haven't plugged the radio, screwed the radio back in yet. But if you can hear me over the car, here's where I've mounted the camera. I'll show you. So we're down here. You can see it there. Camera lens. And I've got, sorry, you can see that little box I've got there. Acting as my curb, just so I can kind of line things up. It's kind of as close as I would like to get to a curb. And let's have a look at it on the screen, on the car. And there you go. So you can see now, like as we're hitting the sort of red area, we're getting near to the curb. So, I mean, I know it's not in the centre of the car. I mean, all I wanted really was to be able to have a good judgment of where the curb was in front of me. And that does it for me, so I'm quite happy with that. Right, I'm going to shut it off and just show you a little bit more of what's going on. Okay guys, so I'm sat in the car now, so I just thought I'd show you how it's going to work in the car. So see, on the home screen here, you can see I've got my dash cam, which is mounted up there. If I click dash cam there, that should bring up, oh, there we go, powered on. So that's my dash cam, that's continuously recording. So that's that there. And what I can do, if I just go back home, is on here, you can slide out. And I can add a new app here. And I want AV-in, which is what it is. Just hide that. So there we go. So if I slide out now, so if I just click dash cam, that's the default app, which is the actual dash cam itself. If I want to see what's going on in the front, I slide out and I choose that. And there we go, we've got the front camera view for me to judge curbs. I'm quite pleased with that. Happy days. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. all done now. I'm pretty pleased with how the camera works. I think it's pretty cool down there in the bumper. I may do some slight mods to it in the future. I'd like to centralize the camera, but I think I'm going to need a smaller camera to do that with, which I do have in my stocks. So look out for that. It'll only be a short video, I'm sure, just to install a new camera on the front of the car. But hey, hope you enjoyed that, guys. Like, share, subscribe, you know the deal. And hey, thanks for supporting me. Thanks for commenting, all you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you all for your support. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget, there is an upcoming competition in a few videos time to win some rear splitters for your car. So thank you guys. Speak to you soon.